All right, we're live. Welcome to another episode of
Right.
Summerland Enchantment. The year is 502 again. We're in our third session of the year. We're going to do some quick introductions, starting with the secondary characters that Rebecca and Emily are playing for this episode. We'll start with Rebecca.
Hello, I'm Rebecca, and I play Bowie, the bird. Oh, let's see how many horses I kill.
Please don't. We have one.
Well then, small
One what?
number.
We'll go to Emily next.
I am Emily, and I play Sir Evray. Evray doesn't have a title yet. And he's praying to God Bowie doesn't kill this horse because we have one singular horse to flee on.
One singular horse.
All right, and we'll go to Nicole next.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I play Sir Alien the Lost. Yeah, we all have fun names except for Everett somehow. Don't worry, it'll be soon.
Okay.
So mixed blessing.
At the moment.
Indeed. All right, so this
She's
is
heading north.
Yes, and we'll talk about those things soon. We'll see how this goes. We're in an interesting space. I almost canceled, but we're here.
Oh no.
We pulled it off. So let's do it. All right, so diving in here, when we last left off, we had Everett and Bowie in a particularly fun spot. Fun in the sense that it's going to be dramatic. Less fun in that it's very dangerous. So we'll see where this goes to. Let's see how this works out. I'm going to see if I can get... I really launched a lot of battle music with this group. So let's see if I got anything quickly that I can throw in here. I need something faster paced. Let's see here. You know, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do. What a great start. One sec. I typically have a few that I throw at every scenario. I was thinking I'd do that, but I am struggling to find it. And that's too bad. Nope, not that. Oh, hold on. I might have got
Hold on.
it. Okay. There we go. We'll borrow that. So we have Everett, Bowie. You have 4 Salisbury Knights, all with horse. One is off his horse right now. You met 2 of them by name, and then there are 2 in the background. The one that started the conversation with you was Sir Philip. And then the one on the horse behind him that kind of got involved later is Sir Heelford. And then there's 2 other knights amongst them. I need to know what you all want to do. They got very suspicious, and with some of your answers, they decided to turn this martial.
We also saw their army,
Yeah,
and we weren't supposed to see
we weren't
that.
supposed to see it.
Yep.
So I would like to get Bowie on the horse and just start leaving, if we can.
Don't know if
'Cause
I
they
got
told
off
us
the
where it
horse,
is.
so yeah.
Because we were off the horse. I started getting back on as soon as they started getting suspicious of us. I'd like to get us both
That's
on the
fair.
horse.
All right, yeah. Getting on.
Okay, sounds great. We're gonna start with horsemanship -5 roll for Bowie.
I
Very
Don't
important
do this.
question. Is this the normal -5 or
Mhm.
on top of?
Yeah, this is a
Okay,
normal one.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
The horse does everything in its power to
The horse also
beat
has
Bowie.
me on it,
Yeah.
so only your normal one.
If this fumbles, there might be something bad for Evray.
Please don't. Rebecca, I'm begging you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's about right. So without the -5 would have been a crit. Let's throw that out there.
Wow. Cool.
Thanks,
Good.
Bob.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling us that.
Yeah. Okay. So, Bowie, I was already going to make this difficult for you with a -3. You're going to add a -5 to this. So
Mhm.
if you were doing anything, or not Bowie, sorry, Everett, if you were doing something to pull Bowie onto the horse, I need a strength -8 roll from you, please.
Strength -8.
Yeah.
Great. This is gonna go awesome.
I thought it might.
I believe in you, Steering Grip.
He is not as weak as Beatrice, but you know, he's pretty darn close, which is shocking considering he's a knight. Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be a no. It's gonna be a
Okay.
no.
So, given that, do it this way. I need a horsemanship roll -13.
From both of us?
Nope, from Everett.
I hate everything. So -13
Yeah.
+5.
-8.
Thank you. I was an English major. My super useful.
Okay.
Wow, 19s are really what we're rolling. It's a no.
Everett, you reach out with your hand to grab Bowie, and as you start to pull Bowie up onto the horse, your horse does everything in its power to prevent that from happening. It shifts and turns to the side, and basically, as a result, Bowie ends up swinging on your arm and managed to pull you off with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. Yep.
I will take
I'm just
a
gonna
one
board out.
1 sec, and Bowie, you take 2 damage as Everett lands on you. Everett, you take 3 damage. We're falling off the horse. Yeah.
Rebecca, I'm gonna kill you.
Don't kill me.
I might.
The real question is, have they intimidated Philip and have Pilfrin?
I'm going to say no. The opposite.
I need pride tests from both of you right away here.
Pride.
Oh no.
Nicole, you're joining who I'm killing. There's a list. Where's proud?
It is right next to modest.
I did okay. I rolled 3 19s in a row. When do we start checking if it's a bug? If it does it again,
Those
do we
weren't
check?
those weren't 20s. I don't know.
I know
Test-
they're not 20s, but it's
test
like
pride
3
again
straight
immediately.
19. Do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. See.
You mother. I hate this roll. I hate this 20. I hate it so much. It's a no. I just hate you.
I'm working on it. It's
Yeah.
being weird on my phone.
Thought it might be.
You want me to roll?
Is that what you
For
did
you?
last time?
Yeah. I did. But I think it might have been a little different. I don't know. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind at all, if you're able to.
Let me see. I'm gonna click on. No, I cannot.
Right. Do. And try one more time. This might just be weird. So what's the deal with integrating into Discord? Is that harder than it seems? I ask if I make little small talk.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm genuinely asking, but
Okay,
I'm also
it might
just
mess
like-
with the cameras, so we'd have to probably
It
go
would
to
take-
BRB. Yeah, but in the meantime,
I'm not saying I need it
Okay.
necessarily.
no, it might work better while you're without your laptop. So
I could also just do roll 1d20 and we can.
do you not
just
have
say what
access
your
to the
stat is.
sheet? Is that what you're saying?
I don't have access to Olwen's sheet. Or not Olwen.
I got it.
Oh, no.
I succeeded in my
Succeeded.
proud.
Okay, I'm not gonna force any action, but you're both highly embarrassed by that outcome.
I had a failure on proud.
Oh,
My first one. The second one was just a
that's
test
true.
if it
Yeah,
was,
Avery,
if I
you're
was
more
bugged.
concerned with life or death. Bowie, you feel like you're like, even if I get away with this alive, like, you know, like
So on brand.
I'm surprised his pride is so low.
you
Yeah,
can
I'm
turn.
also very surprised.
Are you? Like he's had so much happen to him that a lot of it is just like, yep, this is my life.
This is my life.
So that's just how it goes.
I'm gonna try. Yeah. No, we've already done our
Um,
action. I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, I think the knights go to kind of surround you guys, but they're like, you hear laughing,
Yeah.
and one of them says, "Is this what Summerland knights do?"
I might need to next my pride roll.
Apparently.
So, out of curiosity, just taking stock of the situation, we have 4 knights that are surrounding us. Is the army that we saw making any move to help them?
No. They were riding
no.
long past you in the distance.
Never
Right.
mind.
Yeah, it's just the four
Well-
of these guys.
Everybody's going to look at Bowie. What do you think?
Well, we had a chance on horseback. Unless we're going to try and fight our way out of it.
I'll leave that to you.
I don't like our chance. We're outnumbered.
Get on the horse.
Well,
You don't have
no,
a chance otherwise. We're going to have to do this
he's-
whole thing again. We
he's
have
going-
to redo the whole thing.
he's going on the horse.
I'm getting on in front because you can't be trusted to steer the damn horse.
Okay, I'm gonna get horsemanship rolls from each of you.
Thank you.
Bowie, you just get the same typical horse hates you penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing addition.
I crit.
Oh, look at that!
I succeeded! Get on the fucking horse, Shinji.
Okay,
Please. If ever gets a wiki, that's what his is gonna say.
okay. So I think in this case they're gonna move to stop you. That was the whole.
Oh, yeah,
intent of this turning into
100%.
a clash.
Mhm.
I
Um,
truly believe they're going
I'm
to
gonna
do that.
see what two are blocking you. Okay, so in this case, you have Philip and then one of the other knights that shall remain unnamed for now because there's enough knights here. So I think you're both on one horse, right?
We're on one
Yep.
horse.
Okay. You can do something known as a full defense action. what that does, it gives you a +10 to your skill. It just means that if you are successful, you don't get any outcome other than I defend it, right? Like, you can't do damage in turn.
In general curiosity, if we were to ride this horse straight, because they're blocking us from getting to the woods, if we were to ride it straight at them and do a defense, would that be an option? We're only defending ourselves, but we're just trying to go in between them or around them.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bowie.
Yes, God.
Defense?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right. And so, yeah, I think Everett's just gonna start either if there's a way around, awesome. But given that we're surrounded, we're gonna mow through.
So here's the thing. So there's 2 attacks coming at you because there's two guys in front of you and 2 kind of to the side of you. So as you go to ride back the other way, the 2 that are in front of you kind of collapse in on your sides. That means you have to split you're in the front here in this scenario, so it's going to be you. You have to split your weapon in 2 defenses. So, what is your weapon skill? Your best weapon skill?
My best weapon skill would be sword.
Which is what score?
It's 17.
Okay, so you can divide. Let's say you divide 17 by 2 to some degree, right? So it's 8 and 9. Yeah. You'd get a +10 to 8 and 9 on top of that.
Okay.
Right? For each of them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I don't know how to roll an 8 and a 9.
So your best bet is to do
just add
roll a sword attack -8 and roll a sword attack -9.
Well, because they'd be +10 after that, so it'd be 18 and 19. So just do +1, +2.
Oh yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yep.
So it's a +10 to each or +10 general?
+10 after you split. So you split and then you get a +10.
10. Okay.
Yeah, to each. Yeah. When you are ready.
1. Oh, that was trash. I forgot that Everett kind of rolls like trash every once in a while. 15. See, there's a good one. He did a good on one of them, so he's taking damage on at least one.
Okay, you're gonna get hit by one guy, but the second one you managed to defend entirely. The good news is you managed to sort of get your shield and armor on both, so that's good. Now we see what kind of damage this basic attack does.
Let's see what happens.
14. So you're gonna block it with your shield. You're gonna absorb all damage.
I forget I have a shield a lot.
Yeah. What is your size?
Size 14.
Okay. I need you to make a horsemanship roll.
Okay.
Bowie.
Oh.
Bowie. You're gonna have a horsemanship roll, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of a bonus here.
Success.
Okay, good. Okay, so
because you're behind me. You're not the one actually getting hit.
So as Everett kind of gets, blocks and kind of holds on tight, effectively, Bowie, you're gonna have a horsemanship roll flat, so no penalty for once because Bowie's the one.
Once in my life, I have a success.
All right, and then you two are just trying to take off as fast as you can.
Yeah, going back into the forest.
Yeah, we can't really take one of them prisoner to trade for Monotos, can we?
You try.
Unless they follow us, which I doubt they will.
Unless someone tries, yeah. Let's see if one of them tails us. We'll see. If not, Owen's got to dish out some money.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm booking it for the woods.
Everett, give me a horsemanship roll. I'm gonna get a -1 because Bowie is on the back.
Success.
Okay. I'm just gonna test all these folks.
Going on the bad side. Oh,
okay. Someone fumbled.
Oh.
You guys start riding through, and as you hit you get us out of the field, and you start to get into the trees. One of them gets clotheslined by one of the
Clothesline,
tree.
yes.
Flips end over end, lands in the mud. Another guy kind of stops and kind of comes to a complete stop as that branch like gets in his way, slows down, and like goes to help his friend up. The other two are the two named faces. You can see Sir Hilfrin in the distance, but it looks like Sir Philip is keeping right on the two of you, riding right beside you at this point, and he's gonna reach out with his spear and try to jab at you again, Evray. What do you want to do on this one?
I want to. Honestly, so we have two still tailing us.
Two still tailing, but only one's gonna get to act on you this round. Because so you rolled an 8, he rolled a 2, so Hulfrin is still behind, but Philip is critted,
Philip crit, so he's all the way up there.
Yeah, he's caught right up to you.
I think right now Every's more focused on getting far enough into the woods, so I think he's going to defend again.
Okay.
But
All right.
There's just one of him. I'm just going to do. All right. And then should I still add 10 to that or no?
Yes, you get to add 10. To your, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Fight me, Philip.
All right. So
No, he doesn't say that.
you get the upper hand.
Speak person.
His spear glances off your shield. Hink.
I'm fighting some trash talking. I might roll next round if he continues.
Bowie's just trash talking. Like, oh, look. Looks like you caught up to us, going into the forest yourself.
Okay, so for this one, folks, I need a horsemanship roll again for -1 for Evray. You do have a second rider, though it's Bowie, so we're accounting for a -1 because Bowie's not exactly a heavy secondary rider.
Success, but not a good one.
Okay.
Am I still rolling horsemanship as well?
No. Only when like something bad happens or whatever.
No worries. Just making sure.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point you start to lose, like Philip taking that swing at you when it glanced off your shield, he kind of has to stop himself from falling over, so you've gained a little bit of ground on him now. So you're actually like one spot ahead of him as we continue. This is effectively a chase scene, for if it wasn't clear. I will take awareness rolls from both of you.
Oh, come on. I need to impassion with something. Oh, we have no idea. We're just going.
Okay. And then this is kind of the setup. We got Every and Bowie, and then we got Philip in pursuit, and then Hilfrin behind him, then the other two.
Hilfrin on the heels.
Yeah. Okay, so last minute, Bowie and Everett, you realize as you ride into the forest gloom,
Yep.
you see that there's actually like a, as you round the corner, you actually see that there's a bit of a almost like a ditch in the ground.
Okay.
Now the failed awareness, you're gonna have a horsemanship -5, Bowie.
Bowie?
Every. I'm just used to saying Bowie when we talk about horsemanship.
You know, this is a great time to impassion things. Or try.
Rhiannon, save us.
He doesn't have Rhiannon.
I know. We all
Honor
need
doesn't make
Rhiannon.
sense, though.
What doesn't?
Because Honor would be standing and fighting. He doesn't have one that makes sense. Never mind.
No.
We're just gonna roll horsemanship.
All right.
His honor doesn't make sense with what he's doing.
Okay.
You have to save me.
Success. Thank
That's-
you.
that's good.
Force
That's
God,
good.
wherever you are. We
All
still
right.
love you.
Let's see how they do with this same dip. They're hot in pursuit, so we're just going to give them all the -5s. First one to fall, obviously they're not going to pile up on it. So, oh yeah,
Oh.
So Philip actually loses horse at that, and then
Builds up the hole.
Kilfrin stops behind him, and then they kind of all you see, like, as you continue to ride away, you see all 4 of them kind of stop at the border where Philip was.
I'll slow down a little bit.
Okay.
Enough to take stock of where I am.
All right. And then finding the path back, you realize that
Finding a path, if I can, back to the dude that had Minotaurs. Because that's where they said the thing was.
Absolutely. I'll let the best of you two roll hunting. In fact, I'm gonna.
Oh,
This is a
sweet
buddy comedy.
mother.
Let's do hunting rolls for both of you. Hunting
Hunting
rolls
rolls for both
-2
of
though.
us? -2. Honor makes sense now. Honor said no.
Honor said no.
Honor said no. And said you do. I do not. Oh, I
Should be
succeeded.
fine. Good.
Or -2, right?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't add the -2, so it's 13 out of 13.
It's a crit.
It's a crit.
All right.
I'm sorry, I lied.
All right. So that's a crit. So that's +13 for Every. Bowie, you kind of are like looking for the path, and you realize Every figured it out. You're like, okay, good enough. Yeah.
You're like, that's why he's driving.
All right. So you battle averted.
Yeah.
That was in an outnumbered situation, so you could have stayed and fight.
Yeah.
But it highly, very likely would not have worked out in your favor. Just gonna throw it out there.
No.
Nope.
That making fun of us got very close to being like, all right. He thought saying, Bowie, what do you want to do would mean Bowie was going to be like, we're punching him.
Thought
Punch
about
him in
it.
the
Was like,
face. He was like, no, not good. You turn your temper down.
Making your way then to
To the Lord.
the Lord.
The Lord.
To the Lord. Making our way to the
Stop
Lord.
making me laugh.
To the
Rebecca, I
Lord.
blame you.
Yeah,
Make it stop.
you should. I'm so good at.
Okay, so yes, you are heading back to New Westford, if I recall.
We don't have a person to exchange. I was hoping Philip would follow us an unfortunate amount into these woods.
Almost.
Well,
right
if
for
we.
that. Okay. So, we are going to change gears briefly. Going back to the story of Elian. Elian and Brockvale. What do you remember from your recent events?
Your racist events.
You're racist.
Did I say racist? I definitely said recent. I mean, we're dealing with Saxon territory soon, so I guess that could be. But no.
Oddly enough, a lot less written about what I got up to in my notes than what they got up to.
Do you remember a particular duel with Brockvale?
Yes, Rob felt crit, and he was so surprised, and Alien was very proud of him.
Yeah.
So,
Brockvale fought a knight of Savage.
yeah, and then he let him go, and Alien was very proud of him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have passage through Savage, kind of.
It's a good way to describe it. Kind of, indeed. So you actually made your way through Savage. You got to Albans. You decided to skirt Albans and continue to make your way towards the Saxon lands, the Saxon occupied lands. Now, from your awareness, there's kind of two key ways you could go. Yeah, make a hunting roll and see just how much.
And I believe I have a note here saying I'm impassioned to find my father.
Yep. Yeah, that was for this whole year. It's like a questing year for you. Which is why you're literally not.
Great.
Okay.
Saved you so much.
I would have fumbled without that.
You know that the Saxon Shore is a little different than the last time you left it, especially this place that used to be Caerwent, Caercolin. Now it's Essex. Now it's now it's Essex and the Angles who've recently landed, and you're not sure what the borders and boundaries are. Continuing straight west, you're likely to get into what used to be Hartford. You hear that Hartford was recently conquered by the Angles, and so you're going to make your way, if you continue, I said west, but east. If you continue straight east, you'll be in beyond enemy borders without a clear understanding of exactly where you intend or hope to be. You know that you know that the name of the monastery is Clearstream Monastery. You're not sure exactly where that is.
We might need to go to a town or city then to see if I can get directions.
Okay, so you know that probably the safest place to go check right now, and it's only probably half a day's ride out of the way, would be London, which is right to your due southeast from Albans.
Fair enough.
That you want to do?
Yep, let's do it that way. It's a little out of the way, but I should get directions that way, hopefully.
Okay. Roll me 2d100.
How populated is London?
London is the biggest city on the island right now.
Okay, double checking.
Yeah.
You said it was 2d100?
Yeah. Yeah, it is the main port of Britain.
61 and 85.
It's also the former seat of Uther. Oh boy. Okay, that works. Right. You are riding through the forest. You can see, like, you know when you start to close in on a major locale, how you tend to cross more people on the road? You can tell from the bustle that you're certainly getting closer to London, despite you being on a forest road. And as you continue, I need an awareness roll, keeping in mind you're impassioned still.
Success.
Okay. Okay, so you see a sight. You see there's a number of figures that seem to be gathered. There's like lots of, most of them seem to be knights, which is kind of weird. And just by the way they're grouped together, it doesn't look like they come from sort of one place. Like it looks like a bunch of strangers that seem to be hanging out. It's hard to, from this distance, it's hard to really see what exactly is going on, but it seems very playful and very like they're finding entertainment from whatever they're doing. Every once in a while you hear, oh, and then yeah.
I will approach if for no other reason than I'm curious.
Okay.
Although I'm also hoping they might be able to give me directions.
Okay. Let me just see here. A 10 will be something like super interesting. 9, 8, semi-interesting. Okay. As you begin to ride up, you see that they seem to be based around something. It's almost like they're dismounting their horse. Like that person kind of disappears into the crowd. There's some shouting, like excitement, and the person comes back, looking kind of defeated in the process. As you get a little closer, you see a sight that you may or may not have heard reference to. You see a sword in the stone.
Hey.
I need a folklore test unless you've been told about it in character already. And you can add a +5 because it's kind of like something lots of people in Britain are talking about.
Does my passion apply to that?
The passion was specifically for
Yeah,
things that would
presumably
get them
fine,
closer to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
in this
I don't
case it
think that
serves a
would count.
distraction, so I don't think it will in this case.
Yeah. I succeeded.
Nevertheless, yeah.
Actually, that is a crit without my +5.
Yeah. I gave you the +5 though, so we'll just
Yep.
honor that. Yeah, but you can
I'm just
check. You
saying
can
it's
check
fun.
folklore. Still.
Yep, it's checked.
Okay.
So I've somehow managed to exceed it already.
Eh.
The fact that it is a 5.
You've heard that this Sword in the Stone arrived like the year after, or some time after, anyways, Uther's death. And there's kind of rumors that it might be his famous Excalibur, though like very few remember exactly what Excalibur looked like, or saw it. It tended to be pulled before lords, or folks in Salisbury saw it. A lot of folks did not see it. A lot of knights did not see it. And give me a sec to see who this is. I need to find something. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's do it this way. And then we're just gonna use that for same region. Okay, that's easy. So
Fear creatures.
ignore that stuff. Okay. As you're looking about, the knights all kind of seem to be going about their purpose, largely ignoring you. Is there anything you want to do in this moment?
I want to approach whichever one sooner the last night for them to be angered by that.
I think I caught you at a bad time. We'll give you a second here and I'll let you respond, because I did not hear that.
I also didn't.
Oh, sorry. I like to approach whichever one seems like they're the friendliest.
Okay, make an intrigue roll to try and determine that.
I would argue I can use my +10 because I'm trying to get in directions.
Sure. I'll allow it. You're impassioned. Yeah, you see a knight. Looks like he's kind of younger. He seems to be one of the more vocal ones, but it's sort of like a friendly vocal, like he's being playful for sure with this. And then as you approach, he turns to you.
Seems to be a popular entertainment on the way, I suppose.
Entertainment. Do you not know the lore of this sword? The one who pulls it will be the king of Britain. Now, I've been coming back here every day. And I'm not leaving here until I pull that sword out of the stone.
That is commitment, dedication. Bravo.
I know, you don't have to tell me. I already know. Anyways, if you want to be one of the ones who fails to pull it, you're welcome to try.
No thanks. I know I won't be a king.
Well, so said everyone who never became one.
I have a very specific reason why I won't be. But that's neither here nor there.
And then another knight comes up and pulls, and he's like, ah! He's like, you almost had it. And then he turns to you, he's like, he wasn't even close.
I love this guy. I gotta tell you. Okay. I'm actually looking for a place. I was hoping you might have heard of it. I'm looking for, and I didn't write it down. I heard something Clears something monastery.
That sounds about what you know. Yeah, there's something monastery. Sounds about right.
Clears something monastery.
Yeah.
On the Saxon shore. You wouldn't perhaps know where that is?
Where is he from? Specify. I did not. One sec. He laughs. Oh no. I don't really do the whole Christian God thing. It's not really.
Yeah, neither do I.
He actually looks at you like more impressed with that. He's like, oh, okay. Like, he's like a pagan then.
Yeah. I'm from Summerland.
He goes to extend his hand, and then you say Summerland. He kind of withdraws it a little bit.
I take you heard of us.
I've heard of you. Nothing good, really.
Yeah, that sounds about on par.
Yeah.
That sounds about par for the course. Yeah. It's a strange place. I will give you that. Although I've been stranger.
He says, there are some people that regularly, if you said it's a monastery, there are priests in London that are permitted past the borders. It's not always to their benefit. A lot of them don't come back.
Well, that's still a good start for me. Oh, one last thing. Likely you've seen it, but have you perchance seen a giant horse? And then she's going to describe the horse thing, like the stone pagan thing. Nicole does not know how to describe it, but she knows what it is.
Okay. I'm thinking no, but we will.
I'm thinking no, but she's just gonna.
No, absolutely not. It's probably something out west in like Salisbury or one of those backwater places.
Yeah, I know there is one in Salisbury, but there's supposed to be a second.
I'm sure someone's heard of it. I mean, London is, if I can say myself, is one of the best places for knowledge, should you seek it.
That's why I came here. Thanks for being the first step to that. It's nice to meet you. I'm Sir Allian.
So Gwendolyn.
Well, I look forward to you becoming King of Britain.
And right as he's about to continue that, there's a horn that blows 3 times, and you can see what looks like a bit of a procession. There's like 50 or 60 folks that seem to be traveling this way. You can give me a heraldry. I'm gonna give you a Oh no, I'm gonna give you a heraldry flat on this. Actually, I think in this case you. Oh, look at
I
that.
succeed.
Yeah. You see the heraldry of Kent, the Saxon kingdom. And these folks, given the way they are mostly not on horse, would suggest they are Saxon. Now, they don't look like, you're not used to seeing a Saxon procession. You're used to seeing Saxons charging in and raiding places. So it's a little different than what you're used to. There is a horse rider. It looks like he's not on a charger. He's on like a palfrey. And there's sort of like an honor guard of spearmen around him as he makes his way towards you.
Does it look like he's going to the stone?
Yep.
I'm going to stick around for this. Just
Okay.
Let's see how this.
Okay.
He's brought a retinue to fail at pulling a sword out of a stone. I want to watch.
Okay, so with that, you notice that there's a priest. Looks very uncomfortable, and he's kind of pushed forward by the group. And the priest delivers the announcement. Before you stands the Aetheling, Kiniarch of Kent. All of you will witness as he pulls the sword from the stone. You will witness the birth of the High King, the rightful king. And he's kind of like you can tell that the priest is doing this under a bit of duress. Not like held at knife point, but definitely shaken and rattled a bit. And with that, Kiniarch comes out and he raises his arm over his head. He probably stands, like he's size 18, which is not that crazy for Saxons. Saxons get a +3 to size. So, where your con can be 21, their size can be 21. Nevertheless, he moves forward and moves to position himself sort of like he's about to heave with his legs and his entire body. He puts both hands on the pommel of the sword and pulls, and nothing happens. He pulls again, and nothing happens. And with that, he says something in Saxon. One of his men brings out what looks like a large hammer, like a war hammer, and he takes it, and he steps to the side of the rock, and he puts both his hands over and swings down on the rock, and the hammer just snaps in half.
Ellie just kind of mumbles to herself and to Gwendolyn, just for the right for trying to cheat.
I want you to make an intrigue roll.
Do I still have +10, or is it just in general?
You do for for most things. I'll tell you when you don't. You do hear.
Okay.
Okay. You're quiet, but Gwendolyn just starts laughing at the Atheling. And he says, there will never be a high king from the Saxons. It's very laughable. And like some of the other knights around him begin to laugh until the attention of the Saxons is on them. And a couple of the Saxon honor guards start to step forward in posture.
Yeah, as soon as he started loudly laughing, Allian started like inching back away. She's like, I don't got time for this.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say I'm surprised Rockvale didn't try to pull the sword from the stone.
That's why you made an intrigue roll. So as you're distancing yourself from this, you see that Rockvale's second in line. He's dismounted from his horse.
Let's go.
And the guy before him goes, and then Brockvale goes to pull. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. And he smiles, and he's like, well, that wasn't likely to happen. And then he moves to get back on his horse. It's the one thing that seems to be keeping the tension from going any further, is that more people are trying and failing after Kiniark. Okay. I will note to Nicole, just out of amusement as we carry on. I'm assuming you're gonna kind of carry forward at this point. Out of amusement, you are the least glory-seeking knight in the game.
Right?
Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You dodged a duel. You dodged trying to pull the sword. I'm gonna give you for that. I think I'll give you a tick on modest. Man.
I would like to point out that one, Everett and Bowie would have 1,000% done it.
So fast.
Two, Beatrice and Olwen would arguably.
They would have absolutely been in line.
Not
Been
even
like,
we're like, we got it.
I mean,
Instead of a
try.
king, you would
Wouldn't
have
it be
had
fun?
a
Queen.
yeah.
See, that's why she's like, I know, it's by the words. I wouldn't be a king. I am a female.
Yeah, well,
we
play after androgynous, right? So we don't make
so people
that
can't tell
enough.
when they look at her.
Yeah, not easily, anyways. High intrigues.
Owen and Beatrice would be in line, being like, "So."
Just call me a king. It's fine.
What is your proud and modest?
Yeah, my modest is 5 and my pride is 15.
There's been some moments, but I'm gonna say that rather tick it, but also go to 14 proud and 6 modest. You just passed up 100 glory. Yeah.
It's actually very impressive.
It's something I've been playing around with. I won't spend a lot of time on this, but something I've been thinking about is creating like a hack called like a life event. So like when there's some pivotal moment of your event where you're testing and it's me forcing the test on you, so not, and it's something related to your character. So it's kind of what happened with, I guess the best example I have of that I can pull from this game is probably Olwen's test of merciful and cruel.
Yeah.
It's having that result in whichever one succeeds kind of reverses. So if it's a far enough away, like if it's 13 and 7, then they get swapped, like hot swapped, or adding like a d6 roll and just getting that amount in the one you succeed at. And those would be justified by that thing really stayed with you. That was a pivotal moment that will always define your character. Like when we agree that it's bigger than just a tick, because I don't like when it's a tick, but it's like something really significant.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now into London, correct? Was the
Yep.
goal? You you're looking around. What are you seeking? Are you seeking a highborn or a lowborn?
I
Or a priest, or what do you?
I'm seeking a priest.
Okay. Okay. We will say you find one. Is
I imagine they're not hard to find.
it an old priest or a young priest? It's an old priest. Yep.
Mhm.
So the old Roman Christian father, you find him, and he's like the street sort, like not someone that's like a higher end ranking or whatever. He's more like a brother or a father in this case, and he's like, "How can I help you, Sir Knight?"
I'm looking to find a way to a monastery in the Saxon lands. Well, that was recently taken over by Saxons. Called Clear something.
Oh, you're looking for a clear stream?
Yes.
It's not terribly hard to find once you find the stream. Oh, you probably need more than that. If you're to follow the road east of here, it'll practically take you right to it, or at least to the stream itself. You'll be traveling through Essex.
I expected as much.
Now, what do you remember about your father's situation? What do you remember about this whole scenario?
So he somehow survived the battle with Aurelia, that thing,
Mhm.
and then converted to Christianity and somehow ended up in a monastery.
Mhm. And do you remember how you heard about it?
Yes, it was a messenger from Avalon.
And do you remember why
Uh,
they contacted you?
Because they're holding him for ransom. And I wrote down the amount. Yeah, he's being ransomed for 10 librum.
Do you have 10 librum on you? Do you have 10
I
librum?
do.
Okay.
I do not.
Okay. What is your goal here? You come this far.
I mean, it's just kind of like, I should find a way to get 10 librum.
That's a pretty price. So, like,
Yeah.
you could sell your horse. That'd be worth 10 librum.
No, I can't do that. If for no other reason, that Beatrice will kill me.
Yep. So you have a suspicion that the monastery is likely sacked, right? If there's a ransom.
Mhm.
You also don't know complete status of Essex on the inside. Your options, I would say, are two. You can try to get the ransom and pay it, and then escort him back or something.
Mm.
Or you can try to
Stage a daring rescue.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Trying to avoid that.
Keeping in mind that you have Brockfail, so if like something were to happen to him as well, you know, it might, because you're off
Yeah, we also
course
have the
as far as
third guy. We
yeah,
have the third guy from
right. But it's worth noting you're very off course, right? So
we are.
though your passion's drawn you here, getting your ladies knights killed over your father's deeds. I mean, that's very heroic and could very well make It
She
could make
can't
sense.
have them die, especially not since she hasn't completed that yet. And she needs her horse, so she can't sell it. Actually, how much leave room do I have? I wrote it down somewhere. I think I only have 4.
Yeah, so you need a plan, but fear not. We're gonna go back to the other group, and you're gonna have some time to think about what your next steps are. Right? Let us
Yep.
do that. Let us do that. So think about what you want to do next, how you want to approach it, and we'll come back to you. For Bowie and Evray, you managed to reach the area around New Westford Castle.
Mm-hmm.
It is early evening.
Yeah.
There are a lot of noises coming from the forest nearby.
Yeah.
But there is a nice
We're
big
going-
clearing here.
We're going to have to go into the manor, aren't we?
Probably.
It's a castle too. An old
Oh, yay.
yeah. Currently occupied by a giant who you met.
Yep.
It's up to you. What you heard is that it is in the like hills nearby.
Yeah.
So you could go on a journey yourself to try and find it, or you could ask for directions from the somewhat hospitable, not so much. I think his name was like Donjin or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Wrote it down. Jongan.
Jongan. That's it.
Well, Bowie, are you ready to be charming?
Ready? You don't have to get ready. You stay ready, darling.
How many times did you fall off the horse?
We don't need to talk about it. Let's go.
We're going to the castle.
Okay. You are met by armed Fey guards. State your purpose.
We come on behalf of Princess Olwen.
They look at you, and then one of them's like, "Yeah, it's them again." And then the gates open.
Ride in.
All right.
See if they take me to their lord, or if they just kind of are like, all right.
No, they're gonna
You're in
take
the
you to
wall.
Jongan. So you see the giant
sure.
again. He groans in dissatisfaction.
Lord
Ah.
Jongan.
2 knights enter this castle. 2 knights I can't eat.
Yes. I understand how that is upsetting. But the sooner we get on with our business, the sooner we'll be able to hold up our end of the deal.
You return
Haven't you-
without a captive.
The deal was that Princess Olwen would pay you a handsome ransom for the night should we not bring back someone for his place. I need to roll something.
Okay. What is your goal with this?
with what I'm saying right now is just to convince him not to eat our dear friend. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. That's my
Noodles.
fault. Thank you.
That sounds very nice.
The other half of it I'm rolling to see what caveat I add to this. Okay. This is logging.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Rebecca, I think you're starting to get a hint of where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all met Ebre. We have to find one of Princess Olwen's associates who's by a white horse, some sort of landmark that's said to be in the hills around your castle. Is that true?
The White Horse. Indeed.
Quite so.
What interest do you have with it?
One of
No.
Her Grace's associates has been taken there.
Merely a meeting site.
Some of the old people here would have called it a holy site. Are you
Well,
certain
then we shall treat it as such.
you've prepared sacrifices then?
I think
This is
if
less-
Bowie just like will casually just tap the horse a little bit.
Oh, you.
Doesn't mean it, but he's willing.
I don't think the horse is with you, but I feel that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He pats Ebre.
We skip forward
This
a little bit.
is
Yeah.
it's less of a pilgrimage and more of resolving a kidnapping.
Rest assured, if they are unwilling to give the hostage, I'm sure we'll find things to sacrifice.
They contacted you then?
No,
captor?
It was seen in a vision of sorts. I don't have to tell you that Summerland is odd, and some Summerlanders have abilities that are odd.
And this captive was important to the princess.
Yes.
You're both worshippers of the new god here in this land. But it shouldn't take a druid to understand that if a captive was taken and not held ransom, that their purpose is not simply to be held captive.
That's why they sent us.
Well, you should be on with it then.
We were asking you directions.
Emotions. The hills, just that way.
May I ask another question?
He nods.
Were I to bring back one of the people keeping her captive, would that be an adequate trade for the princess's knight?
Are they from Salisbury?
I don't know.
Are they a knight?
I don't know.
And I don't know either.
Another question. Were I to return, would you do a swap?
Right. Can't be serious.
She'll ransom either of us.
So what does it matter?
Hold my hand up for Bowie. I'm a knight too, and a rather traveled and decorated one. She'll still ransom for me.
Why would you
I'd be up
free the drunk fool?
because the drunk fool is one of us. Summerland is different.
Very well.
Then I suppose I'll see you as soon as we're done with the first part. Thank you for your hospitality. And Everett will make to start walking out of the room.
Be like a slight bow and a bewildered look on Bowie's face, but he'll follow after Ivray in a mildly huffy manner. What was that about?
He's under our charge.
And you're under mine.
Ah!
Also, you're worth far more capable.
I believe that was the arguing point.
What does it matter?
Don't ransom either of us. He's one of my men. I'm not going to leave him here.
You're one of mine.
I'll be back before you know it.
I don't like it.
I know you don't. You don't have to. Let's go find the girl's sister.
Hi.
And I'm gonna go try and find a giant white horse.
All right.
In the direction that he pointed in because he was terribly
that way.
That way.
Give me a hunting roll, both of you.
All right. Honor, please. Success. Honor said this time you're fine.
Their failure.
Success.
Okay. Both of you are kind of following along, and then you find an actual pathway. Like, I think Everett is the first to spot it, but you find an actual, looks like, doesn't look like this sort of trail that you can ride easily up. So I need to know if the two of you are riding or choosing to dismount and walk up the
Is it
the path.
too narrow? Is it like narrow? And
It's
like
like
not a
it's
horse
like
trail.
switchbacks up a hill.
Oh, yeah, dismounting for sure.
Yeah, dismount. I'm gonna have the horse walk behind me.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna keep the horse with us. I'm definitely not gonna ride him through it. I'm just going to walk him.
Okay. You can both give me an awareness test.
Ooh.
How long am I impassioned for?
You will be for this scene if you hold on.
Failure.
Success. That was a terrible roll.
Bowie's
That's
rolling
success.
really bad this session.
Yeah, this isn't Bowie's night.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Everett, you're the first. You kind of notice it first. You see up ahead, like on the hillside, the way the moon's reflecting. You see the white horse. It's like quite the sight. Like very old. Looks well looked after. And you see it's like carved out of the rock.
I'm going to approach it.
Okay.
He'll probably pick up the pace a little bit now that they see it. He will also unsheath his sword.
But we follow suit.
What? All right. So, as the two of you make your way up the switchbacks and up the forest path, you see the site at the top. There are several torches kind of arranged almost like in a clearing. At the center is Nimue, gagged and bound, tied to a post that's been buried in the or posted in the ground. And you see the rider, though their appearance is garbed by the moonlight, the shadow reflecting off their face. So all you see is kind of their visage, their armor. They're mounted. They have a spear.
I would like to get on the horse.
Like to what? Get on the horse?
Get on the horse. Because if they're mounted, one of us should be. And I think every. Do they notice us? Does the other rider know we're here?
It looks like it.
All right. I think Evray will say, she doesn't belong to you.
Indeed. She does not.
Then why take her?
He kind of rides forward after a long pause.
I'll ride forward towards them.
Okay, I'm going to...
Before I do, I'm going to whisper to Bowie. I'll just say, get the girl.
Planning on it.
You see a familiar face. Someone you've seen at courts more than once.
Oh,
Who is
dear.
it? Who did it? Arthur, you
Again.
little...
How
Every
many
time.
times?
Okay. I know you.
You do.
Then why do this? You know Our Lady, and you know whose sister this is. Which makes this a very bad idea. I'm kind of trying to circle him with my horse.
He
Yeah.
kind of turns on his horse rather... he's quite skillful in his riding.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see him kind of almost like clock you, like he's positioning against you.
I'll keep doing it. I was going to say, Everay's pretty skilled himself. He'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he doing it to where he's kind of moving his sight
I'm trying to
lines
get
away
him
from?
spinning with me so that
Yeah.
he's distracted because he can't
Yeah,
turn as fast if he's keeping an eye
That
on me.
was a thought. So like as soon as it looks like
Or if I
he's
can put
not-
myself between him and
I
him.
just want to make sure too, because I think we might be mixing up a couple of folks. I don't want you to confuse him with Amethan.
no.
Was Amethyst the one I
Yes.
can't remember which is which, so I'm
ransomed?
just going to
Okay.
go with it.
Arthen was the one that covered up Owen's the horse tracks, right?
Yeah. So ages
Yeah.
ago, Arthen.
the other redhead?
Yeah. There's a couple.
Mhm.
Ages ago, Arthen covered your tracks when there were
Mhm.
Knights of Uthers seeking you because you had in your possession a Lady Igraine and her husband, Duke Orlo.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mhm.
And then later, he came to one of your feasts and
Mhm.
laid it on Lady Olwen quite strongly. And I believe Beatrice was like, full on like
I was
patrol.
instigating, wasn't I? Or
I think you blocked that. Like I think.
I girl coded that. I
Yeah. Yeah.
blocked. I blocked
I think
him out.
I think it was the thing where you made sure that I think Olin might have even asked for that. I can't remember for sure.
In some way, Beatrice was the blockade at
Yeah.
some point. Yeah, I believe that.
He says, "Do you know what this site is?"
I know that it's holy to those who don't follow my faith.
Indeed.
I also have an inkling of what you want the girl for.
And what is that?
Well, you don't typically take people without asking for a ransom unless you're planning to kill them. And you're at a holy site, so sacrifice sounds pretty likely based on what I've seen of this faith.
Rhiannon will have her maiden. And with that, he readies his spear.
All right. We're
no.
done. All right. I get a sword ready.
All right, and
Yeah,
we
let's
change
do this.
scenes.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Yeah. We are gonna take a break for for a couple minutes, and then we'll be back. Nicole, this is your warning to have a plan for the next scene when we get back. Whatever that plan might be, it can be reckless or foolhardy. Just come up with what you want to do next. So, we'll be back. we are back. So we have a reckless and prudent roll. A failed on reckless and a success on prudent. This is not asked for, so Nicole, tell us what this means. What is this and how do
Reckless
you
was she's gonna go get her dad, and prudent is she's gonna figure out how to get him figure out how to get to the second horse, not knowing that they have already found her.
Are you sure? I don't think so. I think you are
No?
too impassioned. No.
Am I?
Yeah. I don't think that if you're gonna do that, that you have well past shot your goals, and I think you know that. You are to the immediate eastern shore. You've skipped the entire countryside to ask questions. I think you. Now, I support you being prudent and deciding that you can't recklessly go save your dad, not without a better plan than that. You can't just show up to a Saxon pillaged abbey.
Be like, will you take 4 leave room?
So what, with that being said, what does a prudent situation look like? I need immediate steps, not long-term goals.
I think she's gonna look around London to find any ways to make money really quickly. And while she's at it, she'll still ask about the horse thing. She doesn't have high hopes.
So your best bet, if you want to make money as a knight,
Mm-hmm.
they tell you that your best bet is to fight in a war. Yeah.
Yeah. She just needs to find one. Will pay.
Oh, lost indeed.
Do you ask? Yeah, there is, in fact, skirmishing to the north. There is a
area.
Yep. There are very soon about to have a great Saxon war to determine who should be Brett Balda or a High King. And it's believed that the former county of Huntland will be where that's taking place, since the Angles have pushed through force into Huntland and Heartland.
So what a good idea here to find a side.
Yeah, you would have to choose a Saxon side and serve as a mercenary.
Okay. Which one is closest to me?
Well, you just met the Prince of Kent.
Oh, is he involved in it?
Maybe.
She figured Kent isn't going to be near Angle. Wait, because I thought you said it was in the north.
These Saxons are going to be having an all-out war to determine who has the right. Let's do this less meta. Give me a folklore roll, and then give me an intrigue roll. Okay. An intrigue. Okay.
I crit.
Right, with your bonus. Okay, so
Yep.
A little bit of time in London looking for a way to make money. You know the following, or an opportunity to save your dad, whatever that might look like. What you learn is this: the Angles have pushed into 2 former Logris counties. Think Summerland, but 2 other ones called Heartland and Huntland. Now you dodged those counties to make it for London because you thought that'd be smarter. What you've learned is that the Angles not only pushed their way in, but upon claiming Heartland and Huntland, the king of the Angles declared himself Brett Balda, or High King. All of the Saxons decided to raise arms in contest to that. And so it's rumored that Saxons from Essex, from Kent, from South Seax, and even as far as Wessex are going to be marching here to fight the Angles.
I guess I'll check out the folks from Kent.
Yep. What you also realize from that is perhaps the Saxons will be a little too busy with a war if you wanted to go that heroic route. Now it doesn't seem quite so reckless. You probably need a lot more than you and Brockvale.
Yeah.
You need
And
some kind of back.
We have a third loner guy whose name I keep losing.
Okay. I will not look that up for you. He shall be
Brockvale.
A pointless knight, then.
I think we gave him a name. I don't remember. He was from Chewton.
Yeah.
Oh, the Chewton Knight. I thought you were talking about the Knight in Horus. Okay. Yeah, I can. That's okay. We did.
The Chewton guy.
We shall just call him the Chewton Knight for now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have 3 knights. I mean, that's a start, but that's also you're putting them in threat for something that they didn't necessarily sign on for.
Yeah.
Given your positive interactions with Brockville, I don't think he would let you go alone, nor would he deny you an opportunity. But he has no idea why he's here, so you'd have to spill the beans. You've not shared with him why you're out here. In fact, I think at this point he's like, "So we've made it to London. Are you keep asking about an abbey? Let's do that scene." I think that's what needs to happen. He's like, "You keep asking about an abbey. I don't think that horse is at an abbey unless you've learned something along the way that I'm not familiar with."
No, I highly doubt a holy site would be alongside a Christian abbey.
So, then why do you ask?
That
we've come all the way east.
Apparently my father is alive and being held for ransom there.
I see. Is that why we're out here then, Ilian?
That's one of the reasons. Quite frankly, I'm not even sure where to start looking for the white horse.
What do you plan to do?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm picking up nothing about this white horse here. No one has a clue what I'm talking about. What I think I could do is I could find a way to pay the ransom by fighting with probably the Saxons in their war thing, see if I can get some money out of it. Or I guess they'll all be distracted, so I could go to the Abbey and get him out. Although, somehow I feel like I might have... It seems not equal now, considering that, how dangerous each is, because again, it's war, or it's a rescue, both of which are essentially combat. That's probably going to be fighting.
Listen, I understand you wanting to aid your father, but you're not a mercenary knight. We're on a mission from Our Lady.
Yeah.
Do you even see a hill around here, Elian?
No, we appear to be in the lowlands. Do you have any idea where to look for this horse? All I know is in the north.
I followed you this far, but I don't. Either you're not fit for this journey as our leader, or you've been deceiving me. Which is it?
I haven't meant to deceive you if I have. Perhaps I am distracted. Frankly, I'd hoped they would be closer.
Brockfell will look at you, and there's kind of a look of seriousness, and he says, I understand what you have to do. He says, he looks to the Teuton Knight and nods. The Teuton Knight kind of has a similar look in his eyes. He says, we will say we lost you in London. That is the best we can do. I hope that you get your father. And with that, he's going to turn and ride away. And the Teuton Knight's going to follow, because I think this looks like abandonment of a cause or a duty or a goal. Now, you are impassioned, so I'm picking up on what you're doing here. But I think this is just where they have not been given. I think Elian is coming off aloof to them. Not the loof, a loof. And what Brockfell is doing in this is giving you an opportunity. Ooh, he scored unselfish. Interesting.
Yeah.
The question I would have for selfish is it selfish to find your father who's held ransom? I would say no. It's your father.
That's true.
You're not doing this for Liram, or to get a manor, get a sword or armor, to get a maiden that you're after. You know, this is
I could see how Elian thinks it's selfish, though. Like,
Sure.
Feels
you know,
like
she's going after her father instead of Beatrice's sister, directly defying Olin over her own interests. So we might not see it as that, but she might.
So, damn it, I succeeded at everything.
What's highest? Do you have a love family?
Oh, I do.
You're impassioned by it, yes?
Yeah.
I think you know what you got to do.
She hates this. She hates it so much.
Yep. Well, it'll be the Great Saxon War in Elian. Just kidding. Just kidding. There are plenty of Kimry that will be Kimry mercenaries that will be.
I think she's gonna just go to Clear Stream
herself. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you could do it. I won't say no. You're gonna have no backing, 0.
Yeah.
But so it's risky, super risky. It's also very heroic. So, but I'll emphasize the risky part again. Just Just so you're clear, because I'm not sure how this will work out.
See, she really wants to go with them, but I rolled. It did not roll that. Okay, she's going to war. That's what's happening.
You're gonna go the war route.
Yeah.
Fight in the war, so your goal in fighting in a war then is to find someone worthy of taking hostage.
Yes.
Because then you can get Libram, and then you could possibly even make an exchange.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you fighting for the united groups of... well, hold on. Let me just even see what this looks like. I wasn't planning on going into this battle. It was going to be a high-level thing, not something. I didn't have anyone fighting in it by plan. So let's just see. Let's see what the
The dice
siding.
decided. I was not just hanging on either. She's got a real track record for getting distracted on quests.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, she was sent on essentially a wild goose chase to find this horn. Are the Saxon and Angles pagan?
Different kind. A different kind. Yes. Okay. So it's effectively all the other Saxons are going to contest the Angle King's Quitchelm, his right to High King, and they're going to do so with sword and spear, or axe and spear. So what side will Elian be taking in this?
The Saxons, because the Angles have her father.
The Essex have your father.
The Essex have?
Or wait, we did say it was the Angles, didn't we? Yep. So is it Essex? It's in Essex lands, but those are Angles who've come down to claim that place. So they're like holding land outside of their control. Like it'd be like you guys. For example, it'd be like Salisbury like taking over Marlborough Castle in Gentian or something. So hypothetically.
Yeah, she's going to take the side of the Saxons.
Okay. All right. You learn that the King of Essex is the one who is paying Libram.
Awesome.
But it's only 2 Libram.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. We will we'll move back to that in a bit. We're gonna see what that war looks like. All right. Let's jump back to Evray and Bowie.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay. Now Bowie is off the horse, yes?
Oh,
Bowie's
yeah.
off the horse. I am on the horse. I've been circling what's his face. I know his name, I just don't feel like he
Amathan?
deserves me saying it. And I'm going
Arthin.
to position
Arthin.
myself
Amathan's the other one.
between- I'm trying to put myself between him and Nimue if I can. And if that's impossible, I'm literally just circling him. Like I'm making him uncomfortable.
He's riding
Yeah.
directly for you, not for...
Oh yeah, we did say he had like kind of just gotten
you were
ready.
circling him,
Yeah, let's
so...
do it. Am I
yeah.
still impassioned from when we were talking before this battle?
Yes, you are.
Hey, great.
Yeah.
Let's fight, my dude.
Okay.
And I will say, while that is happening, Bowie's gonna try to take advantage of the situation to get Nimue.
All right, so we're going to start every round with a D6, and when we finally get to a 6, something's going to happen. So we're going to start with
okay.
Rebecca. Roll a D6, Rebecca.
Immediately rolls a 6.
Ish.
I mean, based on our luck, it wouldn't be that surprising, would it?
So
Okay.
4.
So far, so good. Okay.
So 4, so good.
When you are ready, Bowie or Every rather, let's see. You are contesting each other.
18.
Okay. Tie.
18.
Damn.
Now you have a sword. He does not. He has a spear. He's charging you. So you break his spear with your sword.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay.
Every will turn and immediately start going for him again.
Yep. And he'll
He's
turn.
not giving him time to recover.
Yep. He'll turn and he'll draw his sword at that point. Bowie, you're running
Whee!
for. You're running.
Nimoy.
Nimue. Okay.
Sneak.
Running doesn't require anything. We're just gonna say you're there this round.
Oh, yes.
Yep. So next round we'll get into the rolling part of it. You managed to reach. You managed to get all the way there. You got your dagger out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting ready
So-
to cut
yeah.
things.
You know what we will test? Energetic. Let's see how windy Bowie is.
How
Having
heavy
just
is
done a
Bowie breathing after this?
full sprint in armor after walking uphill for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. We've been
I'm
pushing that.
fine.
Hey,
I'm fine.
that
Hey,
makes
welcome in,
sense.
Insomnia Night.
Bowie.
Hi, Insomnia.
Hi. We're fighting.
I'm being sneaky.
I
All
don't
right.
think it was sneaky. You're in full armor. You clang.
I'm so sneaky.
Ching, ching, ching. Yeah.
I'm the stealthiest paladin.
All right. Emily, D6.
Yep. A D6. Oh no, I have to do the D6. I don't want to. Can Rebecca just do it? It's a 6.
Okay.
Yes.
This is why I
Emily.
shouldn't do it.
That's what you get.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean that's what I get? I will fight you after this game.
I'll fight you. Come on.
Battle test from Bowie to Everett to see the slightly changing landscape here.
Oh, no.
Slightly changing landscape. This is gonna go awesome. Crit.
Okay.
Failure.
Okay, Bowie, you are busy about to free Nimue, so you don't really turn. But as you turn, Everett, kind of see the path that you just rode down. You see that there are some new guests who've arrived.
Ah.
Oh, you
And-
little pieces
And a
of
third
poo.
knight. You see that he has Philip is on a different colored horse than he rode in on.
Yeah, Philip, you piece of poo. Okay.
So what do you
That's
want to do? I think
fine.
I'm gonna roll to see if Arthur notices. Yeah, he does. He looks to you and he's like, "Friends of yours?" Before you start, I think he's gonna say that and he's gonna continue with his attack on you regardless.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I
Yeah.
wasn't planning on
Yeah.
like paying them any attention. It's like you're a second issue. I'm immediately going for him. I said I wasn't gonna give him time to recover. I meant it. Like just
'Kay.
book it. Let's go.
When you are ready.
I'm going. 18 again.
I'm better than him. He did have his shield, and so you'll deal damage to him. So roll your damage. Your cinder
Did he
damage.
get a sword out after
Oh, only
his spear was
13.
broken?
He did. Yeah.
He did.
He
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13. It didn't get past the shield.
Okay. And that's where he says, "Friends of yours."
Yeah. Not particularly.
Okay, Bowie, who hasn't yet to see that, give me your dagger roll.
Please don't stab her.
Oh, I'm bad at dagger, actually.
You're bad at dagger.
Good news is Rhiannon still got a sacrifice this day. It is not a difficult thing to do, so add a +5 to the dagger roll.
Cool. I succeeded.
All right,
Look at you.
ticket, and you just need one more round of doing that, but you will not have. Well, we're gonna give you another roll, but it will be like very close to not failing. I'll give you a huge bonus, in other words, for the next round.
Okay.
We'll give you a plus 10, and we'll see.
So wait for the next round, or do you want me to roll now?
We'll wait for the next round. Let's keep it in rounds.
We got new players to this lovely dance. We're just watching us fight. And
What
cut
did
a girl.
you? She's bound to the tree by her hands and her feet, so 2 different bindings, and she also has a gag. Which did you free her of this round?
The hands.
Okay. She will free herself of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that brings us to Evray. So your landscape's changed. I guess the landscape. Bowie awareness test. Let's see if you notice now.
Bowie. I do.
Hey, there he goes.
Oh shit.
Okay.
More aggressively cutting bro.
Slightly shuffle to the other side of the tree, and then.
Okay, yeah, so you realize, you see the Salisbury Knights are here, 3 of them, 3 of the 4. You presume that the 4th likely gave Philip his horse, and they pursued you here, since you did ask them about the site.
Yeah, we did. Oh, they knew exactly where we were going. I just didn't know they were going to follow us into the forest. If there's a slight pause, I think what Evray will yell to them as he gets ready to do another charge will be something along the lines of, so you're going to watch a man sacrifice a maiden to a pagan god. He's going to yell that to them. Not you. The one I'm fighting. You know they don't know that. That's very... No, they knew why we were... No, that's a lie. They know why we were coming. We explained it to them.
I just think it's a
explained that
very...
there was a maiden that was kidnapped. You're cutting her out. Okay.
I just think it's a very funny image of like...
It really is.
No.
Okay. It was not a fumble. I gave him a sense to see. I gave him a battle roll plus 3.
Figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling their honor out.
Okay.
I want to...
Okay, we'll start then by the 2 of you exchanging, because Arthur's going to...
Oh yeah, I'm still going. Oh, that was battle. That's not sword. 1 second. Cancel. Oh, that was shit.
He's rolling worse than you.
I still 17. Do
Okay.
I don't add my impassion to my damage, do I?
You do not.
Okay, good. All right. I was making sure I was like, if so, I've been behind this whole time. I didn't think so.
He cannot fail a horsemanship roll, so he will not. He will, however, take a single point of wound. You get past his shield and his armor.
1.
Actually, I'm correct. I'm incorrect on that. He does not wear chain. He wears banded. So, 1 sec.
Is that good or bad for me?
That's good. Wait, that didn't work though. 1 sec.
Can you tell I play a non-combatant most of the time? I'm like, is that good or bad?
He takes 3 damage from that.
Okay, yay!
As the 2 of you bind. Bowie, give me a dagger roll plus 10. Plus 10.
You got this, Bowie.
I succeeded. Aggressively shocking.
Okay. You freed her of her last bindings, allowing her to move free. What are you going to do at this point?
Dagger away, sword drawn, and just protect her, just make sure that she stays behind him, and is gonna get around defensive position.
Alrighty. Every, what is your focus at this point? You see that
I'm
the
still
Salisbury
fighting
Knights
him.
are starting to move forward slowly.
That's fine. Do I see Bowie moving at all, or is Bowie staying mostly where he was?
Bowie is
I
just
would-
freed.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm gonna make another hit.
Okay, yep.
He
I'm
would
going
have
back.
he would have tried to remain surreptitious so as not to
Oh yeah, I think
Right.
it was more of a like, if I'll
for
leave
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Crit.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, Bray.
good. Alright, that's what you need. Now, I want you to roll your standard damage, and then you get to add 4d6 damage to that. Or click
Okay.
on... Do I have the crit button for you guys? I do.
Yep.
There's a
Ah.
little critical bonus damage button for the extra
Do I
damage.
just click that?
Well, you want to roll your normal damage first, then roll crit bonus damage. Yeah.
I almost just rolled app instead of damage. That would have been really funny.
Could you
I'm doing it.
I'm gonna look pretty doing it.
It's a 24.
hell yeah.
Not the strongest of rolls,
No.
but yeah.
It's
Nevertheless,
better than I was doing.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna hurt, and then more so, it's not quite double his horsemanship, but it does wound him quite significantly. He cries out in pain, sees the situation going to crap, and he's going to try and abandon this place and flee.
I think. Ooh, I've got to roll something.
Do it.
Whenever I have to, because with Beatrice, I just be cheeky. That's what she always is. But with Everett, I have to roll to find out if he's gonna talk trash or not. I'm gonna say. Would you say proud, modest, or prudent, reckless? To, like, yell something at him.
Just to yell? I don't think there's anything reckless about yelling.
No, okay, so I'm gonna do modest versus proud because it's based off of what he thinks of this dude. Oh well, this is gonna go well. Oh, they're not. Neither of them are good.
You can keep rolling until
Oh,
one
sure.
succeeds.
That is an option.
I'm going to do it. Modest. Oh, I actually want him to yell. I want to do it really bad, but
Hey!
yeah,
Proud
let's
rolls
just
higher.
go with it. So I think what he says is, as he sees him start to turn away, he'll say, "Flee with what's left of your honor."
Okay.
And he's going to start, and he's going to watch him go. And as soon as he's confident he's going to grab the other two that I can't fit on this horse.
The girl on the horse.
You
Oh,
notice,
yeah.
kind of as you just finished dealing with Arthur, the three Salisbury Knights have kind of encircled
Oh, I'm sure.
Bowie and the maiden.
He grabs her and just says sorry to her, but like grabs her by the arm and puts her behind him. Brandishes out the sword. We are here to free her. We have no quarry with you.
These might be contested lands, but they are Salisbury lands. The maiden is ours.
They seem to
kidnapped her.
belong to Lord Jorgen. They seem to belong to Lord Jorgen, who seems like he really wants one of you as a captive right now. I wouldn't suggest trying him on his land.
The third knight says, Sir Knight, or Philip, he speaks of the giant. Philip nods. You can tell he's weighing his odds. You have an unhorsed knight. Now you've proven that you can fight
I'm
in front
riding
of
up
them,
to get
which
close
helps.
now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be buddies with Philip. Like we're gonna be
Yeah.
right next to each other because they're in a circle. So I'll just go right next to Philip.
Yeah. I'm gonna test something.
I think Everett would argue one more thing, and he
Okay,
would say,
go ahead.
"Are you willing to risk your own men for this?
Yes.
2 Summerland knights and a girl."
Let me just test something.
Mm-hmm. Drunken nosy hair.
He kind of holds the hilt of his blade, but doesn't pull it. And he says, "What purpose do you have with the maiden?"
She is the family member of one of the ladies. Well, one of her Grace's ladies.
And what do you intend to do
She's
with her?
family to her. Take her home.
We have no intent to lay a hand on her.
But you do have intent to do something.
No, he was confirming that you do not.
Oh,
Oh.
you do not. I thought he said we do not. And I was like,
No.
with the pause indicates
Yeah,
that there's
Only insofar as to get her behind us to protect her.
she knows us. You can ask her. The lady knows her own mind.
Or we will not look to Nimue. Suppose that's true.
Nimue nods. She's kind of like, I don't think she knows Bowie and Everett super well, right?
No,
but she
they've
knows
met
who
by,
they are.
by
Yeah.
reputation.
That's about it.
Yeah,
probably.
but she's not super, like she's being a little distant, if that makes sense. Like
Oh yeah.
not suspicious or untrustworthy, but just in that way of like, you aren't my people.
I don't know
You're an
you.
acquaintance at best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a loyal, like
You're my
you're a
mom's
subject.
friend.
Yeah, you're subject to someone that I trust, but I
Yeah.
don't necessarily know you well enough to trust you by yourself. But you're definitely the lesser of problems here. So she's with you. I think Philip will say, "Are you a man of your word?"
I am.
We will let you carry on with your business without harrying you any further. But I need your word that you will not mention what you saw while you were in Salisbury. Not at least until the summer has passed.
What did we see? Just
I
some
would
men?
a
Indeed.
mustering army.
Oh,
Here's the question I pose to you if you're a man of your word. Are you?
I am.
Tell me that those forces aren't coming for our people.
They do not ride for Summerland.
Do they ride for someone's allies?
No.
who did they ride for?
I'm not sure he'll tell us that.
He nods.
Well, that's fine.
Everett, you can make a battle test though.
That's so.
I'm giving this because of a specific condition.
Do I still have my +5 or no? Different
Yeah,
scene?
it's still the same scene.
Success.
They were coming from the south and they were heading north, it looked like.
Oh. They're going...
Do you know where they're going?
Sorry.
If not, I can share.
I think they're going to Angles, but that could just be me. I might be an idiot. Am
It's
I
a
right?
fair comment with what's been discussed. So,
Where would Evray think they're going? Because I have different information that Evray
man,
does.
nope, it's fair. So I'm trying to, because I didn't even think of that angle. So it's possible you would think that, just that. What you know is they're likely not wanting you to track the movement of men in their lands. You've not heard of anyone locking into the battle of the Saxons to the east. Like, why on earth would a Kimry knight from Summerland do that?
It's just
Um,
stupid.
Crazy. That's
So-
dumb to do that.
So you're in, and then you know to the far north. It's rumored in the Midlands, as it were. You heard about Nintiliad launching strikes on Benegrain, so it could be there.
Okay. Okay, so nothing we're involved in. He's being fairly truthful. All right. We'll tell Our Lady at the end of the summer.
Very well. And with that, they'll turn to depart.
Good luck on whatever you're dealing with.
Maybe we could be allies one day.
Okay.
Did they say anything back? Because I'm curious.
Yeah,
after
there's
that
like
comment
some
from Bowie.
snorts at that. Yeah.
Yeah, Bowie wasn't even like fully serious when he said it. It was just like,
Yeah. I think Evray would start pointing them back towards the castle.
What's Bowie doing?
He'd put Nimue on the horse, by the way.
yeah. Bowie is walking alongside the horse. Maybe checking on anything around the camp to see if anything got left behind.
Hey,
I think-
Shay Rinke, welcome in.
Hello.
Sorry if I got that name wrong.
I think Evray will look back at Nimue. Do you know why he was trying to sacrifice you? If you don't mind me asking.
He said that my sister was promised to Rhiannon, and I should have been too.
What does sacrificing you have to do to that degree?
I'm a maiden, and I'm promised. She's trying to find the right words because she doesn't want to call herself something important, and you can tell that she's struggling with that. She says, I'm important to my goddess.
Does he not like your goddess? Seem like
It's not quite as simple as that.
never is in Summerland, is it?
Thank you both.
We will be stopping at the castle of... I get his name wrong every time.
Melodia. Jongon.
Jorgun.
Jongan.
Jongan.
Young.
We're stopping at the castle of one known as Lord Jongan.
We don't have to.
We have
Everett.
to switch out with somebody. This is Sir Bowie.
Hello.
Sir Bowie and Sir Minotos will accompany you back to Our Lady and to your sister.
I don't agree with this, Everett.
I gave my word.
You, for as prudent as you are most of the time, you are quite reckless when it comes to matters of honor. And that's
Is it
me saying
reckless?
that. Feels it.
And Everett will continue on to the castle.
Bowie will follow sulkily.
Fine, but I'm not happy about it. Okay.
Staying a safe 5 feet away from the horse at all times.
Yes.
Freak out.
We are going to assume a couple things. We're going to
Okay.
assume that Everett's intention to trade himself out for Minotos will be successful.
Yep.
I don't see you getting there and that changing.
No, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's he sees it as his men, so he's not going to. So he's going to do it.
Short of Bowie going into a blood rage, and I don't think that's going to happen if Frey tells him to cool it.
Yeah. He does. He does tell him to cool it.
Never let me have any fun.
So, one last thing.
Minotos has been forced to be sober, also. So.
Oh, he's gonna. Insult to injury. The way home is just like.
Yeah.
Minotos cold turkeyed.
So, one last thing for Everett. While you're held captive, you learn that Salisbury has invaded your homeland of Gentian, where your family Manor is.
I didn't ask that question.
No, you did not.
I did not.
And you learn that they've conquered the Castle Marlborough, which is kind of like the head castle of your county. I believe you are from Gentian, yes? I'm almost positive.
I believe so. Yeah. Gentian sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll verify.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go back.
Strongly worded letter to what's his face, Philip.
We're gonna go back for Elian. Elian, we've got a couple of rolls for you here. Okay. Very first thing I need you to do, I want you to test battle for me.
Success.
Okay. I want you to roll me a d20 twice. D20 plus 5 both times. Okay. And your second roll.
20 and 10.
Okay. Okay. You are fighting to begin with. This is the Battle of Heartland that you fight in. So picture a land covered in trees north of London, and you're fighting in these glades. One of few cavalry, and you're used as such to move into the back lines. Your first opponent is something you've only heard rumors of. Woden's men. They have 2 attacks. They do. The first one is a heavy javelin as you approach. I'm going to test that first. They do hit. Now, this might not be enough to really breach your armor. Just depends on how it goes. Oh, that's enough. That javelin goes... You take 13 damage. What is your size?
12.
12. Okay. So, just short of being automatically knocked off your horse, would you like to impassion for this round?
Am I not already impassioned?
Oh, you are? Yeah, you absolutely are. So, horsemanship roll with that impassion.
I crit.
Okay. You managed to stay on your horse and continue to ride at the Wotansman. I'm going to see whether this one has a 2-handed weapon or a great spear. 2-handed weapon's 1, great spear is a 2. Of course it is. Great spear removes removes your horseman advantage. They're anti-cavalry. So, you still get the plus 10 though, because you're impassioned with that exalted impassion. When you are ready, I want you to roll me your weapon of choice as you ride at this. It can be spear or sword. Plus 10.
I crit.
That's good. I want you to give me your damage roll. And then add the crit bonus damage.
And then I have an additional 1d6 because my sword is blessed.
Yep, that's right. $14. Now
I'm not rolling great damage.
Now click critical bonus. There you go. That's better.
15. Not great. Not bad.
29 though total. What do they have? Armor. Yeah. Okay. He remains standing, but you can see that he's bleeding profusely. He is crazed and maddened in the eyes. He's intent to kill you. He has no javelin in his hand, only his great spear. And he comes back around at you with it.
Does he remind me of Sex Wolf?
Worse. It's terrifying.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. Yep. These guys are like, imagine someone magically roiding out. That is effectively what they're doing. They're berserk mode, almost. Yep.
Do they make good captives? Probably not. I probably have to just kill him.
Yeah. They're
You
not
can
worth.
restrain him.
Yeah. It'd be a dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you're ready, give me your next attack roll. Oh, was that with the plus 10?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh.
Now the good news is you get your shield and everything involved. Bad news is you've taken a bunch of damage already. Yes.
How much did I take already? Because I don't know how much my armor
your shield.
absorbed.
You have standard armor. Yes.
I have 12 armor.
Oh, you have 12. That's true. You absorbed 12 of that. What was it? The 29 attack?
23.
23.
And then did my shield also apply to it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Javelins have that negated from their attack. Like any missile weapon, it's harder to get past the shield, but if they do, they automatically bypass your shield. So 23 minus 12. So you took 11. And this time, let's see what you take. It's gonna be bad. Let's hope you're up. Could be worse. So 22 minus 6 minus 18 this time. You only took 4 damage. Are you still conscious after 15 damage?
Yep.
Okay. That one hurt, and you know, furthermore, that you can't sustain a lot of those. That could have been much worse. You felt the swing just kind of glance off you, nick you, where if it got a full-on hit with that spear, it would have just went right through you. When you're ready, he has a spear ready again. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
I crit.
Great. Any fumbles?
Yikes.
So I just kill him.
You probably will. I want you to roll your damage, though. It's always important. 15, the 1d6.
And then I have my...
And then you roll crit damage.
Thank
bonus.
you.
There you go. So
There
16.
it is.
Yeah. And then on top of
30.
that, I'm going to say that like his armor was not utilized in that fumble. Like he just flat out like exposed an area of himself that was, they're not as well armored as knights. Yes. Yeah, that area, of course. That's what he did. He went to moon.
That's what I
you.
was thinking too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I think you just take his head off. I think that's what it is. I think he like screams at you and he goes to like ready his spear and you just go and wipe his head right clean of his shoulders. Immediately afterwards, a javelin comes your way. Now these ones aren't heavy javelins, so that's good. Not enough to do any damage, but that javelineer is set. Do you want to pursue him, or are you still looking for your prize?
The javelineer is not going to be very valuable, I assume, then.
Absolutely not.
Okay, now I'm going to look on to someone more valuable to capture.
Give me a d20 roll flat. $20 again.
Good lord.
Okay. I'm going to modify this a bit. Because I think it's not dramatic to fight another Wodensman. I'm just looking for the most appropriate. We're going to go with that one. You are fighting what very much looks like a wealthy warrior, given what he's donning, given what he has. He has chainmail on, for starters. And he's dressed in adornments that would resemble the way a Briton might dress, to some degree. So this suggests he comes from some wealth.
That's a good target.
Okay. Okay, so let's see what he's fighting with. A 2 is once again a great spear. It's a great spear again. When you are ready, you can give me your attack.
So close to a crit.
Nevertheless, you beat him. Now, I need to know whether you're going to do full damage in a given round in order to claim him as a hostage. You have to convince him that you've beat him, but not kill him. He has chainmail. You don't do a lot of damage when you don't crit.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm not going to do a whole lot of damage anyway, so I will damage him fully.
Okay, go ahead and give
I'll
me
do
the roll.
full damage. So I also roll shit damage.
It's true. Okay, so
Plus my 1d6.
7 damage to begin. Oh yeah. Oh,
Plus a six.
that's not bad. You did 13 damage there. He's wounded. What do you want to do? He looks like he's still ready, though. Still ready to fight.
Do you want to live?
Oh, you know what I will do? So that was, hold on. Let me just look at this. So 17 plus 6, 23 is more than his dex will be. So I'm going to test his dex. He stays up. He like kind of staggers back, but he stays up. You ask him if he wants to live?
Yeah.
What are you, let's make this interesting. What is the trait that you're backing this with? Is it your pride? Is it your honor? Is it your mercy? What are you backing this with? Because we're gonna have a roll to see how well it's portrayed.
Let's do honor. Does honor make sense?
Sure. No bonus. Okay. Okay.
My honor's already really high.
I'm gonna test his recklessness. I will warn you that they tend to be a little more reckless.
Yeah. Yep.
He looks like he's staying in the fight.
Oh.
When you're ready, he is coming at you with his spear. Okay. Now, you can choose. Technically, you would have wanted to choose ahead of time, but this is just you, so we'll allow it.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose to do half damage.
I'm gonna do half damage.
Okay.
So I did a fair bit to him before.
Okay. So you need to give me your full damage, and we simply half it.
Of course, I actually rolled really well at my damage this time.
And your crit damage. Yep, you're not wrong.
Divided by 2.
Yep. So 19 plus, what do you take? Was it 13 before? Yes, it was 13.
Yeah.
32 damage. Ooh. Very, very
Jesus
unlikely.
Christ.
That might be... So what we're going to do, I'm going to open
That
up
would
a
have
sheet here.
killed me.
Yep. He's a big boy, though. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Health comes from, I think... Is it just con? What does it come from?
It is.
Doesn't have a formula.
I think it's both con and size, but I could be wrong.
It sounds right to me, too. I'm going to test something.
On its
Yeah.
size, according to Thomas.
Yeah. Okay, so his size, he's going to be like, let's see. 1d. So we're going to say he's a base of 10 plus 1d6 plus 3 for size.
Wait.
17
Are
size.
angles not have that bonus size?
They do. That's
It
why I
got
give
a
them the
plus
plus
3
3.
bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. Just that bit.
And then 10 plus 1d6 con. 13 and 17. Ooh, that's might not be enough.
30 exactly.
It's 30. Okay. So here's the thing, Alien. He's not dead yet. You could first aid him and keep him alive potentially.
Do I do that by just like throwing him over my horse and going to go do first aid or something?
You would do it right here on the battlefield. Failed on both. Oh, there you go.
I'm going to go do first aid.
Hey, give me your first aid plus your impassion. 1d3 plus 3 hit points restored.
1d3 plus 3.
Yep.
This is not something Alien usually succeeds on. 5.
You're confident when you're done that you've managed to keep him alive as the battle comes to an end. You are left with 40 glory for that. And then on top of that, for the battle itself, let's just do this. $120 glory for the battle. And we're going to end there, I think, for the night. It's pretty late. That leaves us some components to follow up on. But we have succeeded in that you now have the ransom to pay for your father. On top of that, aside from Avery being a temporary hostage, as long as Avery's not eaten.
They did promise not to eat our hostage.
I know.
I would like to point that out. That was a promise made a while ago.
Promise not to eat my noodles.
They would be unharmed, untouched, and uneaten, was the promise.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they adhere to that, but you know.
Well, we'll find out next episode.
We sure will.
Next time on.
Yeah.
Next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
All right, let's
Childhood
go.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, all right. The same thing that you watched for the last 5 episodes.
Slightly different.
Why don't we go ahead and do some outros? We'll start with you, Rebecca.
Hi, I am Rebecca, and I played Bowie today. And yeah, I got to rescue a girl.
Indeed.
And we hope you had a very good time watching. If you did and you want to hang out and you want to find out when we go live, join our Discord. If you want to find out how we all got in this mess in the first place, we have a whole backlog on our YouTube channel, and we do this game 3 times a week. Well, not this one, but we do games set in the same universe 3 times a week. And Bob will tell you more when it is his turn. But till then, good night.
Awesome. Emily.
But it is not Bob's turn, it is mine.
Correct.
Hi, I'm Emily. I played Sir Everett. I almost just said Beatrice. Beatrice wasn't even in this episode. And I had a good time. I don't have any fancy announcements. I never do. I need to come up with some fancy stuff to announce.
Fair enough. We will go to Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I played Sir Alien, the very distractible.
Mm-hmm. Like, what am I doing out here? How did I get this far?
Man.
It's like, so, did you find the white horse? Well, I did take a Saxon hostage. It's like,
How does that involve?
Oh,
But my dad.
She's in so much trouble. You guys.
I mean, she's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dumb. She's gonna go after this. She's gonna continue looking for the wife.
Yeah.
That's true. She doesn't know that the white. She doesn't know.
I found good news. I found the white horse, but it wasn't the right one.
no.
Hopefully, you guys found it.
Yeah.
Good news.
I'm already
Bad news. She wasn't there. Hopefully, you found her.
I'm already practicing my angry Olin speech for when Alien comes back. So, you know.
We'll see Alien in 6 months.
Mhm.
Wait.
Bill is not gonna tell them what happened. So
I
Yeah.
imagine not. And
got
on
lost.
top of that,
remember, he already said he was gonna say they lost her in London.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. How honest is Alien?
that's
Remind
true.
us of that.
We'll see. We'll see.
She did lose track of him in London, technically, because she didn't follow him.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode. This is Summerland Enchantment. We do Pendragon version 5.2, eventually 6, once they release the rest of version 6, so we have a complete set. Probably around Boy King era, which is totally never gonna happen. Boy who? What are we talking about? It'll never be a High King again. It'll be the Saxons.
No.
We'll find out.
Nothing's coming out of that stone. They're not getting that thing out.
No. No, indeed. All
Unless it's Finland, he will be getting it out.
Yes, totally. I heard it's that Saxon from Kent is the High King. Okay, so yeah, we play this on Tuesdays. We play a game set in Wales or Gales on Fridays, and then we play in Salisbury, which we kind of were in tonight, but we do that on Sunday. The games are in the same universe, so they somewhat connect, with enough breathing room to not constantly suffocate one another. So, though we'll see what happens. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and 14 viewers. I guess I got a raid. One sec.
Raid.
Let me do this. Let me see who's on. It's super late, so usually we have bad luck when it's this late.
It's okay. We can do an unseelie raid for like 5 minutes.
Indeed. And for folks that did come in, appreciate it. If you are new here and you liked what you saw, please like and follow. And then we also have our YouTube backlog. It's pretty easy to find the right playlist, and then you can watch and see, as mentioned by Rebecca, just how the hell we got here to begin with. So,
yep, they're separated by game and then by arc in some cases as well.
Indeed, there's for each of the games there's a full list that you can watch from start to finish. And there's also
with
a
the
timeline.
handy dandy naming conventions. You'll be able to watch years at a time if you want to watch that way.
All right, we're gonna go to Ultra Pissed Echoes from the River, because that's a cool name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
What's it called again? Echoes from the Ultra Pissed.
Ultra Boost.
Ooh.
Okay, we have started readiness to raid. We are mustering. We will soon raid out. And yeah, thanks for the prolonged, being patient with our prolonged raid out. We'll see you next time. Out we go.
Bye.